Did you know that Tiger Woods once said only 2 players have ever truly owned their swings? The first player was the ball-striking legend Ben Hogan, who has one of the best swings ever. However, the other player might surprise you. It's not Rory McIlroy, Adam Scott, or other popular players with picturesque swings. Instead, it's Mo Norman. While he might not have the name recognition of Jack Nicklaus, Arnold Palmer, or Sam Snead, there's no doubt that he had an enormous influence on the game. In fact, Mo Norman is one of the most fascinating names in the game of golf. Today, we'll take you through 5 crazy Mo Norman facts, and make sure to watch the full video as the final fact will blow your mind. Number 1. Record-setting drives. One look at Mo Norman or his golf swing and you can tell he's far from a conventional golfer with a traditional swing. However, despite his unorthodox swing, he was known for hitting seemingly impossible shots on command. A 2020 Golf Digest article noted that during an exhibition, Mo Norman once hit 1,540 drives in a little under 7 hours. None of those drives were shorter than 225 yards, and all of them inside a marked 30-yard wide landing area. For context, when Jason Day was the number 1 ranked player in the world, his shot dispersion was 74 yards wide. That's right, it was more than 2 times the landing area of Mo Norman, not to mention with equipment that was much more difficult to hit than modern clubs. Number 2, he hit the hardest shot in golf. If you're like most golfers, you probably play a fade or draw. Rarely does a straight shot occur. If it does, it's more of an accident than anything else. Yet, that was the preferred and most frequent shot shape of Mo Norman. Tiger Woods once said in an interview, he woke up every day and knew he was going to hit it well. He just knew he was going to hit it well every day. It's frightening how straight he hits it. Ironically, Tiger also once referred to a straight shot as the hardest shot to hit in golf. Despite Mo Norman's extremely unorthodox swing, he produced the same straight ball flight over and over again. Dubbed the single plane swing, Norman's technique was characterized by its simplicity and efficiency. With a narrow stance and minimal wrist action, his swing was a marvel of consistency and accuracy, earning him the nickname Pipeline Mo. Number 3. The king of course records. Mo Norman wasn't just an amazing range player either. His unconventional swing held up on the golf course too. While he might not have the household name of Tiger Woods, he was a record setter on the course. He set 33 course records and won numerous championships throughout his career, including the Ontario Open, Alberta Open, PGA of Canada, and many others. His most notable achievement came in 1955 when he won the Canadian Amateur Championship by an astounding 14 strokes, a record that still stands to this day. Number 4. His problematic pro golf career. Mo even had issues turning pro. As noted in Golf Digest, at the age of just 27, Norman had now laid the foundation for what might have been one of golf's greatest amateur careers, but his clowning on the golf course and his penchant for selling his prizes had long infuriated the RCGA. He was outspoken about taking money under the table, and the RCGA threatened to strip him of his amateur status. To avoid losing his 2 national titles, he turned pro in 1957. In his first event, the Ontario Open, he shot 68, 69, 74 to win the event by 3 shots. His next move was to the U.S. Tour and won a partial exemption with a 3rd-place finish in a Canadian qualifying event, with his U.S. debut taking place at the 1959 Los Angeles Open. Unfortunately, much of the United States doesn't know Mo Norman despite his amazing ball striking, as he only had a brief stint on the PGA Tour. You might wonder, why does a ball-striking genius not play on the biggest stage of golf? Bullying. Due to his shyness and bullying from certain professional golfers, he chose to stay in Canada to compete. This is something that he struggled with even as a child. Mo Norman grew up in the Great Depression and learned resiliency at a young age. Despite harsh conditions growing up, he was also diagnosed with a learning disability and struggled academically throughout his schooling. Additionally, his social awkwardness and introverted nature made it difficult for him to connect with others, further isolating him from his peers. Unfortunately, this all led to not being able to make it playing golf in the United States, which leaves so many of us to wonder how he would have fared in more PGA events and major championships. Now, the final Mo Norman fact that will shock you. Number 5. Insane Titleist Golf Reverse Scholarship. Despite his incredible golf skills, Mo Norman struggled financially until late in his life. Until he signed 2 notable contracts, one with Natural Golf, an instructional company, but the second and more important contract was with Titleist. He signed a lifetime contract with the main brand, despite once saying to a reporter, "Titleist never did nothing for me." When asked about the lifetime contract, which is unheard of with most athletes, Wally Euleen, the president of Titleist, considered it a reverse scholarship, likely because of his impact on the game. In recognition of his contributions to the sport, Mo Norman was also posthumously inducted into the Canadian Golf Hall of Fame in 1995. This honor cemented his legacy as one of Canada's greatest golfers and ensured that his remarkable story would never be forgotten. This mythical figure, known as the best ball striker who ever lived, certainly left a mark on this great game. His swing is now coined the one-plane swing and taught by instructors around the world. For more golf history and facts about the best players in the game, make sure to subscribe to our channel.